Peace, family. Welcome back to another episode of Black Polyandry TV. I am your host, Goddess Akasha, and today I want to go over a particular subject which I covered in my last class, 3 Steps to Building Your Polyandry Tribe. I want to talk about what a polyandry tribe is in comparison to a polycule. And we all know what polyandry is, right? The marriage between one woman and multiple men. So today we're going to discuss and focus on the term tribe. So the polyamorous community has a definition. And as you can see here on findpoly.com, it says the meaning of this word can vary by region or culture. Some folks use tribe instead of polycule to describe their polyamorous family or network, all the people connected to each other through their poly non-monogamous relationships. Some people use tribe to describe the like-minded folks and thusly mean all people who practice poly. For example, somebody might say, don't date outside the tribe, and what they mean is don't date people who aren't already polyamorous. Some people use tribe to describe only the people within their relationship, like their triad or quad. Now, I feel this definition is lacking in clarity. And what I would like to do today is to just clear up any confusion and to prevent people from, using words incorrectly and thus causing confusion. So when you think of a tribe, before even reading that definition, these are the images in which you think of. You think of different cultures and how they express their social and economic status. And since we're able to think and identify tribes within our minds, that would denote that they have a distinguishable identity. So they're recognizable. Okay? So this is what a polycule looks like. A polycule is a network of individuals who are connected through non-monogamous and polyamorous relationships. Now, this can be expressed in so many different ways. As you can see here, you can be in a triad, a quad. You can be connected through solo poly, cohabitating, nesting, whatever, right? So there's so many different ways in which that a polycule can be expressed. It's basically a web of individuals who happen to be connected to each other. And there's actually no structure or organization to any which way it can be. So it can look a lot like this. So based on the definition that I gave you earlier, this can be a tribe, which is actually called a triad, which is 3 people within a connected network. Or this can be considered a tribe, which is a quad foursome. So there's 4 people who are interconnected in that network. Now, those 2 can each be considered a tribe, or everything that we see here can be considered a tribe in accordance to the examples in which was given in the definition that I gave earlier. So you see how this can sometimes cause some sort of confusion in language and how we talk and discuss things. So I want to make sure that we provide some clarity. And the best way that I find that we can gain a proper understanding of what tribe means is we have to really look at tribal societies. Okay, and when you look at tribal societies, there are a few things that are constant. I've broken it down into 7 characteristics. So number 1 is unity and togetherness. Every tribe that you can think of has always been together and remained together. Okay. Number 2, mental alignment and one consciousness. They all thought the same and moved the same and had the same traditions, rituals, ceremonies, everything. They had a distinguishable ethnic identity. So that's why whenever we think of a tribe, we're thinking of different colors, the way they wore their hair, how they put markings on their body, whether they wore feathers or grass skirts or whatever it may be, we can identify them because they had distinguishable components within how they express themselves on a daily basis. Kinship bonds was also very, very important. So if you notice, a lot of the royal families or chiefs or head of state always dealt within a family. So brothers, sisters, everyone took care of everyone in a familiar manner. Number 5, endogamy. Okay, and this is actually the part that really separates, a tribe from a polycule. Most people don't even know what endogamy means. So endogamy, breaking the word down, endo meaning in or inside, gamy meaning marriage or spouse. So most tribal societies only had marriage within its own tribe. As you can see here, these couples are from 2 distinct tribes, and you can tell that just by looking. So that there's that distinguishable identity, okay? And then on top of that, you will also notice that they only married within their own tribe. Now, there have been specific cases where a wife would marry another tribe. Okay, the Leo of the Congo call this the Hohombe. Okay, that means wife of the village. This is a case of associated polyandry, where the woman takes on all of the men of that village as her husbands. Okay, and this was done strictly for alliance purposes. Whenever a tribe wanted to create trade or work with another tribe, they would marry off a woman so that they can create alliances. Once she would go into her new tribe, she would actually take on the customs and rites and rituals of her new tribe. She would not continue to conduct herself in a way in which she was born in her previous tribe. So if we were to look at different tribes, we would never really know who came from where. This is the way in which they maintain their homogenic ethnic identity. Okay. So now that we have discussed the different characteristics of tribal societies on a mass scale, let's, bring it down all the way to the smallest scale of just your relationship, your personal relationship between people that you are in a non-monogamous relationship with. Okay. So if you're in a polyandry and your union resembles a lot of these characteristics as tribal societies, then you will be considered a polyandrous tribe. Okay. If you guys are unified, if you have one consciousness, if you prioritize togetherness, communal living, supporting of each other, you guys have a brotherly bond. If you are polyphedelic, meaning you don't go outside of that specific group for any romantic or sexual connections. So you are a closed union. If you have, the head of household is providing structure and organization to all of the individuals and everyone is treated equally, then you are exhibiting tribal characteristics and you can consider yourself a tribe. And if you do not exhibit all of those characteristics, then you are just a polyandrous relationship. Okay. And we all have autonomy to choose the way in which we want to practice our polyandrous lifestyle. I hope that this video was able to provide some clarity and we can start having proper conversations and being more clear with what it is that we want and how we wish to live our lives. And that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and type below any questions you may have or comments. I would love to respond to you. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram at Black Polyandry, and I will see you all in my next video.